You are creating your life from the inside out, from what you believe about yourself, from how worthy you feel, from your self concept, which is who you believe you are at your core. And until that changes, nothing outside of you will either. I'm Tiffany O'Hearn, holistic healer, nervous system guide, and speaker. And as always, don't take my word for it. Try it on. And so before we go there, if you've been carrying old beliefs, and I know you have, old wounds, old stories about who you are and what you deserve, everything we talk about today lives inside these two offerings. From reaction to response, the reset, it's a 60-minute workshop on breaking the loop, and let it go, a 60-minute workshop on releasing what was never yours to carry in the first place. Because you cannot build a new self-concept while you are still living inside the old one. Links are both in the bio. They're both $47, and we'll come back to these. And so what is your self-concept? Your self-concept is simply this: how you think about yourself. That's it. Not who you are, who you believe you are. And that belief formed in childhood. It's been shaped by your relationships, and it's been reinforced by every experience that you have had. And it's running your life right now. And it's quietly and constantly beneath every decision you make. It's that voice that says you're not enough, that love has conditions, that your body is a problem to be fixed, and that success is for other people, that you have to earn your place, that you have to do. And that is your self-concept. And it is creating your reality every single day. Everything in your life right now, you have created based on your self-concept. But here's the thing. It's really, really beautiful news. Because if you have been unconsciously creating your life based on your beliefs and your self-concept, that means with conscious intention and awareness, it can shift. And you can be that life that you know you can have. That you know you can have. And so let's talk about where these beliefs come from. Because here's what I know. In between the word belief is a lie. And so when we say believe, it's something that we don't actually know. And there's a clear distinction between a belief and a knowing. And so here's what nobody talks about clearly enough. You do not choose your beliefs. They were handed to you by your parents. This is a huge one. And your parents were handed theirs. Your beliefs have come from the relationships you watched growing up, by the media, by your religion, by your culture, right? By the things that were said to you and the things that were never said. Every trauma, every wound has built your self-concept, your belief system about yourself. And every moment your nervous system decided that this is what the world is and this is what I am. And so your nervous system continues to create from that because it hasn't learned safety. It's a belief. And so for myself, I grew up watching relationships that I would later recreate, not because I wanted to. As a matter of fact, I didn't want to. But the reality is, this is not an intellectual game. It is not for the mind. It is in the body. And so I recreated these relationships because they were familiar. because that's what the nervous system does. It snaps back to what is familiar. My nervous system was built inside of them because what I saw became what I believed was normal. It became what I deserved. And it shaped what love looked like. And I carried those beliefs into every relationship I had, into a 7-year relationship that was narcissistic and abusive. And I kept thinking, why does this keep happening to me? Sound familiar? Because the reality of it all is it wasn't happening to me. It was happening through me, to show me, to guide me through the beliefs I held about myself, about love, and about what I was worth. And again, I have truly been on a quest to understand what love is because I've seen throughout my life so many relationships, including my own, looping and becoming scarcity and fear and conditional about what love is. But this is not for the mind. It is not an intellectual game. Love is in the body. And see, the reality was it wasn't my fault, nor is it yours, because nobody taught me and nobody taught you any of this. My parents didn't know. They didn't do it with conscious intention because their parents didn't know. And so we have been passing down these beliefs down generations without ever stopping to ask, are these even true? And it's also the culture we live in, is to continue to step outside of ourselves. But there's nothing out there. You will just continue to recreate the same beliefs and snap back to what is familiar. It starts within the body. It starts in the body. Your nervous system is faster than the mind. So you can say, yeah, Tiff, I get it. I know this. That's great. If you know it, your life would be changed. Your life would be different. It's not an intellectual game. It's in the body. And I want to talk to you about something that really feels personal for a lot of us. And that is the body, right? We live in a culture that constantly tells you your body is a problem, that you need to lose weight, you need to change your shape, you need to fix something, and then you will feel good, and then you'll be worthy. Then you'll find love, and then you can love yourself. But that is backwards. And I know this because I've lived it. I spent years in a relationship with my own body that was conditional. I will love you when, I will accept you if. And what I finally understood and what really shifted everything was that it wasn't until I stopped waiting for my body to change and started offering it love as it is right now. And that actually began to shift it. Not because love is a weight loss strategy, but because your body responds to the frequency you hold toward it. And contempt, and subtle contempt, subtle shaming, it's a dysregulation signal. And it tells your nervous system, I'm not safe here. I'm not home. Just yesterday, I was at my daughter's school and we were preparing a lunch for the children, and it was pizza. And 4 teachers I heard say, oh, I'm just going to have pizza. I'm going to have 2 pizzas today, but I'm going to go for a walk later. Or, I'm going to have 2, but there's another one on here, but it's just because it's small. 4 different times I witnessed women shaming themselves for their choice. And it's not about the pizza, it's about how you feel. So when you're setting yourself up and already shaming yourself for what it is that you're going to have, you're showing yourself conditional love. Love is the highest vibrating frequency, period. It emanates so far outside of you, people feel it. And when you offer that to your own body, something softens, something opens, something becomes possible that wasn't before. Because your body is not the problem. Your body has been created based on your beliefs. Your body, again, is not the problem. Your self-concept is. And I say that so gently. I say it so gently because, again, it's not your fault. These beliefs have been passed down to us that we can't have the pizza, that we can't have 2 slices, that we need to have an excuse for eating. What if we just enjoyed it in that moment and sent love to ourselves instead of shame? Our beliefs, our self-concept is sabotaging us over and over again. Because again, you can tell yourself, I know what to eat. I know what to eat. I can't do that anymore. I shouldn't do that anymore. That's dysregulation. Shame is dysregulation. And that's the clue to step inside the body. And so here's where the shift really happens. Again, most of us, we're operating from belief. I believe I am worthy, right? How many of us have said that? I believe I deserve love. I believe things can change. In belief, it's a start. But belief still wavers. Belief has doubt underneath it. Belief has lie in between it. And belief can be argued with. And so what we're moving toward is knowing with a capital N. Just kidding. Capital K. Because knowing, it does not waver. No one can take what you know. When you know something, it's in your body. It is not in your mind. Knowing doesn't need proof. Knowing doesn't need to be fought for. Knowing is a settled state in the body, not just the mind. This is all in the body. All of this work, every topic, every past podcast, teaching, whatever you want to call it, it all comes back to the body. And here's how to build it. So it's really not through affirmations. It's not through more courses. It's not through more books. It's through your nervous system. It's through creating safety in your body. It's through practicing breath by breath, day by day, what it feels like to be someone who is worthy, someone who is loved, someone who is enough. In making that your practice, your selfish with a capital S, in turning those beliefs into that capital K knowing or N. That practice, consistent, embodied, and felt, is what turns that belief into knowing. It takes the unconscious into the conscious. Start to challenge every belief within inside of you. Is it a belief or is it a knowing? Because if it's a belief, How does it feel in your body? Like truly feel in your body. Because knowing is what changes your self-concept. And your self-concept is what changes your life. It has created everything in your life up until this moment, which means with conscious intention, with awareness, with turning those beliefs into knowing, you can shift your self-concept and thus change your life. This is the work inside from reaction to response, the reset, which is learning to regulate your nervous system so you can access who you actually are, not who fear has told you you are. In order for us to change our self-concept, we need space. We need to shift our state. And this is a consistent practice. It starts in the body. It starts in the body. And so I've referenced 2 workshops, and both of them work together. Let It Go helps you release old beliefs, the ones that were never yours to carry, the ones that have been passed down from generation to generation to generation. And I'll tell you something about Let It Go, the workshop. Inside of it is actually how to let it go. So when something comes across your field into your body and you feel that tightness, you feel that dysregulation, and you sit with that feeling. And I will show you how to sit with it safely and watch it dissolve. And that is how we clear away these wounds and these traumas. And I promise you it works. I did it this morning with my daughter. My daughter was having an exceptionally rough time this morning because she didn't do a piece of her homework. And that for her is like the world is crashing down on her. And she was in the car and she was extremely upset and dysregulated. And I said, just feel it. Just feel it. And I took her through it. It took maybe 2 minutes. And from the tears pouring down her eyes, she yawned and then she smiled. That's how easy it is. That's how easy it is. You can do it. I promise you. It's time for us to not be afraid of our feelings anymore because they are the gift. They are the key. And so Let It Go, the workshop, is here for you. And then from reaction to response, which gives you the tools to build the new baseline, to show up as the version of you that already knows she is enough. Both are 60 minutes each. Both have a live clearing process. Both are practice. Both have guided meditations and both have curated frequency tracks. They are $47 each. Don't just believe me. Try it on. Try it on. If you're still listening to this, it's because your body, the universe, is set you up to hear it. And so put your ego aside. Put your ego aside. I know you'll spend $47 on something else. You might as well try something because you're already feeling it in your body. And if you're feeling resistance, it's okay. Send it love. It's dysregulation. It's your ego. It's all good. You've been seeking outside what has always been within. And this is your invitation. This is your sign. Because I want you to hear this. Everything you have been seeking outside of yourself, the relationship, the body, the money, the validation, the love, it's already within you. Not as a concept, as a state, as a frequency you are capable of generating now. We are powerful. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not too damaged or too far gone. I promise. You are powerful. You are magnetic. You are a creative being who has been looking in all the wrong places. It's not your fault. Nobody taught you this, but you're here now. And that is not an accident. The way is within. It starts with love, with conscious awareness, with that one decision, not someday, not when things are different, but right now, to become someone who knows their worth. Selfish with a capital S. And it's not someone who believes it. You're not someone who believes it. You know it. Know it. I still do this work every single day. Every single day. And I'll tell you something, sometimes I throw little tantrums where I say, I don't want to know this anymore. But I still do, and it's okay. I still show up in my current relationship no matter what. Knowing that if something is activating me, the work is in me. That's it. It's in me. It's not in changing my partner, in changing how I see myself, in choosing again and again to come back to love, to regulation, to knowing. That is the work, and it never stops. And it is the most worthwhile thing I have ever done. And it allows me to share it with you in the here and in the now. And so let's try it on, as we always do. Let's bring this into the body right now. I want you to think of one belief that you've been carrying about yourself. One that has been quietly running things, not worthy of love, not good enough, too much, not enough. Whatever it is, you know it. It just surfaced. Just allow it to be there. And we're going to place one hand on your chest. And you're just going to breathe in slowly through your nose. Full and slow. Hold for a moment. And release through your nose all the way out. Should be longer than the inhale. That is the one thing that shows our body safety. And now, just for this breath, what if that belief was never yours? What if it was handed to you by someone who was doing the best that they could with what they knew? It came from wounds. What if underneath that belief, the truest thing about you is that you are already whole? Just let that land. Not as something to believe, as something to try. Try it on. Your self-concept is creating your life, not your circumstances, not other people. It's not bad luck. It's who you believe you are at the deepest, deepest level. And at that deepest level is what you're manifesting, what you are attracting, and what you are allowing yourself to hold. In the moment you begin to shift that, the moment you move from belief into knowing, from seeking outside to finding within, everything begins to change. Not because the world changed, because you did. This is the work. That is the gift. Share this with someone who needs it. Subscribe. Follow along. And when you are ready, let it go and from reaction to response are both live. They're $47 each. The links are in the bio. You have been looking outside for what has always been within. And it's time to come home. Don't just believe me, try it on. This is Try It On, where awareness meets the nervous system and real change begins from within. Take this into your life, not as something to believe, as something to try. Until next time, I wish you a beautiful life. Cheers.